Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm here now in Uplistsikhe, Georgia, and samahan niyo ako and let's move around this wonderful place, this historical place. It's the same as like Cappadocia, but they have their different history and different ways of curving this tunnel cave. So let's go. In this vlog, I will show you the most mysterious region of Georgia, the Kartli. Kartli region is well known by the diverse range of cultural sites, historical monuments, and landscape. We start our trip at 9 a.m., driving all the way down to Uplistsikhe Town, an antique rock-hewn town in eastern Georgia. It was built on the left bank of the Mtkvari River, contains multiple structures dating back from early Iron Age to the late Middle Age, and is notable for the unique mixtures of various styles of rock-cut cultures from Anatolia and Iran, as well as the coexistence of pagan and Christian architecture.
Where we are right now, it's called Uplistsikhe. So it's two words combined to each other, because the story of this place starts in 3rd millennium before Christ. So there used to be people living in this area even in 3rd millennium before Christ. But the actual building and carving all these weird rooms and holes inside the sea, it started in 2nd millennium before Christ.
So it's still cold and practically nagkakaroon ka ng short na sa breath kasi nga packet ng packet, but the view is so amazing. There you go. So that's my tour guide and I got to travel with another guy. And thank God it's not raining, because otherwise I will not be able to do the vlogging, because the last time we went to Kasbegi, it was really raining hard and I could not take my camera because mababasa siya.
As you can see there, it's written the inner city. We can say that this was the middle part of the city because of the size of the street.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty wide. So this was a main street for the people to walk. They used to have kind of shopping place here as well in the past. But in the beginning, nobody. Only the priests lived here and spend their time. So right now, I want to show you the biggest and most well-preserved the hall inside of the entire city. It's a blueberry hall, and we need to go this way. The pagan castle. So this part of the church was altar. So only the priests were allowed to enter this part of the place, and usually people used to sit like so in these places, or they used to stand as well. So there are places for the choir, one here and another here. If you will count the steps here and in the upper part, it's 8. So 8 was an important number for the pagan people, and the priest usually used to come from here. And this place was for the priest, and he used to speak with two people.
So it's really fascinating and napakaganda, because what if even if you are so old, I mean from the way back 19 something, and you are living here and you got a view like this, what could you ask more?
Those shells, when they cleaned it first time, they found the small clay vessels with full of herbs, remains of the herbs, like seeds and herbs itself. So in the past they did not have like actual medicine, so they used to use herbs for treating people. So because it was full of this kind of the pills and herbs, we call this place the pharmacy. So we can say that this entire city had one place dedicated to the doctors and for Uplistsikhe. Until 17th century people used to live down there. From 17th century people moved from this place because the river is changing a lot of times. So and they moved on the other side.
This and climbing down. I could not really stop to find this view. So it's not so cool. The temperature is okay. And ang ganda-ganda ng ano. It reminisces back my travel sa Cappadocia. It's almost the same, pero they have different history. They have different stories to tell. So nice. At least we have sun. We don't have rain, and I'm able to do the vlogging.
So the roof, as you can see, is preserved. All the carvings. It's pretty much the same as they used to. They were preserved.
So nice.
And it was here. In order to have some access to the water, they used to go down to the canal, to the river, and also for the escape.
Okay.
People used to run here and escape from the river. So these are old ones. But in order
So we're going deep down the tunnel. It's like a reservoir of water for the villager. Have you tried the train? The train here, Barbara? Have you tried the train?
The drink? No,
Yeah.
not yet.
You should try.
I really want to try. I can't wait for it.
yes, there are same like if you go to Jvari, our metro station.
Alavari, I went there
It's
twice.
quite deep. Also, Svetitskhoveli is deep and Monastery-Mtskheta is quite deep.
Oh, kidding. You don't have tag.
Have to try it.
Moving forward with this wonderful tour, we visit the Stalin Museum. A museum dedicated to the life of Joseph Stalin, the leader of the Soviet Union, who was born in Gori. The museum retained its Soviet-era characteristics, but unfortunately we were not able to film inside, but managed to have a glimpse of Stalin's original house and Stalin's railway carriage.
Museum like this, but it was not Stalin Museum. It was.
So what basically are we going to see here?
So we will hear the story of Stalin, like how he was born, which family, like what was his story before he became leader of the Soviet Union. We will see actual stuff he used to use while he was alive, and also when this place became Museum of Stalin, lots of his scenes were.
The most unique way of understanding the rich culture of Georgia is by food. We were so fortunate to be invited in a local family and tried the food, wine, and cha-cha. But hey, spoiler alert! This will have to be in my next vlog. After the wonderful lunch, we headed straight to Jabari Monastery. The name of this monastery translated as the Monastery of the Cross. Jabari Monastery is a 6th century Georgian Orthodox monastery near Mtskheta. Along with other historic structure of Mtskheta, it is listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Jabari Monastery stands on the rocky mountain top of the confluence of the Mtkvari and Aragvi River, overlooking the town of Mtskheta, which was formerly the capital of the Kingdom of Iberia.
Welcome back. So we are now in Jabari Monastery. It's our 4th stop, and let's tour. So Jabari means cross. So as for our tour guides, I'm really sure I'll be hearing more about it. So I'll be keeping you updated on this.
Smaller cross here in order to represent the story of the place. The old cross, of course, was destroyed because of the time and we don't have it anymore. This one is from 7th century in the beginning.
It's really fascinating because yung history niya, napakaganda.
So we just covered it with the book and it's closed. But
This thing?
yeah, in Sion Cathedral, which is right in the middle of the. As soon as you leave the Chardonnay Street, the old town street, the most popular one, on the right, first white big church is the Sion Cathedral.
Wrapping up our tour, we headed to the oldest cities in Georgia, which is founded by the ancient Meschian tribes in the 5th century, the Mtskheta. It is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site due to its historical significance and several cultural monuments. It was the capital of the early Georgian kingdom of Iberia from the 3rd century BC to the 5th century AD.
But even though after the capital moved to Tbilisi, the church we are going to visit right now and the city of Mtskheta was the place where all the Georgian kings were colonized. The story of the church starts in 1st century, on the time when the Jesus was born, like while he was still alive. So according to another legend, the story that people are going to crucify Jesus in Jerusalem reached Georgia. So people from Georgia decided to go to Jerusalem to see it, not to take part.
Our final stop is known as the burial site of Fry's Mantle, the Svetitskhoveli Cathedral, the Cathedral of the Living Pillar. It has been one of the principal Georgian Orthodox churches and is among the most venerated places of worship in the region.
You can find in Georgia, like yellow, green, red, everything. So what the king did, he asked the builders to bring the stones from all around the Georgia in order to build his church, and this place became not only the place where not only the holy place but also the symbol of united Georgia. So
architect of this church was Arsukidze. He was very young and talented architect, so he was the one who started and finished construction of this church. But as soon as he finished and our king George III saw this place, he was really amazed and he shocked, and he was jealous as well that when he will die, Arsukidze might build something greater than this church because he was young. So what he did, he cut the right part of Arsukidze. This is a small church, like in Jerusalem. And in the middle, you see, there is a glass, and inside of the glass there is part of his bone, the holy bone, let's say. And that's why they keep it in the first place like this. Andrew the First called, that's his full name. That's good.
So we just finished the tour around the Church of the Seven Living Pillars, Church of the Living Pillars here in Georgia. I could not really pronounce the name, but it's really nice because I heard about this. Whereas the robe of Jesus Christ, when he died, it was brought here, and that story. It was brought here and then buried it here in this church. So it's quite fascinating and very holy for Christians like me, and maybe for Christians like Barbara as well.
It's very interesting, yeah.
It's very interesting. I just heard about it, that like, oh, just some part of Jesus is already here, right?
Yeah, they relate the story that we know.
It's like, yeah, as a Christians, like, oh, it's very significant for us.
Because we hear about that the whole life and be able to be here and then see the piece of history that you heard.
Yeah, it's very nice. We're just gonna be roaming around the town, so it's much better to just walk around and immerse yourself in the town itself so that you will be able to know more about their culture and everything.